Today on the Grill Top Experience, we're making funeral potatoes. Funeral potatoes have quite the reputation in Utah. Most people don't like them. Now they get their name because often when somebody dies, you get all the ladies in the neighborhood, they'll put together a lunch for the family after the funeral. And often, almost every single time, they're gonna have funeral potatoes and ham. But that doesn't mean that they're good. In fact, I really don't like them. I mean, they are so bad that the lady who won the first place prize at the state fair for making funeral potatoes had never made them before. And when that lady gave out her recipe, she used one that's very similar to mine. She added chipotle peppers and sour cream. Now most Utah funeral potatoes has potatoes, cream of something soup, whatever you have on hand, some cheese, but it always has cornflakes on top. Now for me, that's not too great, and so I mix it up a little bit. So let me show you how I make it.
The next step is to make a gravy, and I'm going to put all the exact ingredients down in the description below. But we start off by melting some butter, and then adding flour to it. We're going to mix that up and let it simmer for about 30 seconds or a minute just to get the rawness out of it. And then we'll slowly pour some milk. And I put an emphasis on slowly in this case because if you do it quickly, you're going to end up with a bunch of lumps. And so I do it just a little bit at a time. After that, we add the chicken stock, mix all of that together, and we're going to let it boil for about a minute and then take it off the heat. After it's had a minute to cool, we threw it in a blender cup, and then we're going to add some sour cream before we blend up the rest of the ingredients. Next up, we add some black pepper, as well as some garlic and onion powder. And then we add the star of the show, and that's the Chipotle Peppers. I only added 2 because other people like it about that much, but I like it a little spicier, and so I would have added 4. We blitz all that together until it's smooth. Next up, we add the sauce to 3 pounds of frozen potatoes. We're going to mix it all together and then add half the cheese and mix it until combined. Once that's done, it's time to grab our 9x13 pan and fill it up with everything that we just made. It's important that you get a nice even layer so that way it cooks evenly when you're done, and then throw the rest of the cheese on top. Now one of the benefits of this is you can make it in advance, and that's exactly what I'm doing, and so I cover it with some plastic wrap and I'm going to put it in the fridge for up to a day. The key here is you want to make sure that you use the processed potatoes, otherwise these potatoes might go brown as they sit in the fridge.
So with most recipes, I'm outside cooking, grilling with fire, smoking, doing it on the Weber kettle or on my gas grill. But today I'm making up a tri-tip, and I don't really want to manage 2 different fires because I got to cook at 2 different temperatures. So I'm going to cheat. I hope that's okay with you. I'm going to go put it inside in the convection oven. We're setting it to 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 or 45 minutes until the cheese starts to bubble, just like you'd look at it on a pizza.
These ended up taking about an hour to cook because they were so cold coming out of the fridge. But whatever you do, you want to let them cool off a little bit before you eat them, which is not what I did. So I ended up tasting them. Well, I couldn't taste them because I burnt myself, and so the next day I'd heated them back up and they were fantastic. Now, if you like that bread that's been hiding in the background, leave a little message in the comments below for Mrs. Grill Top Experience to see if she'll make the cinnamon bread that she has pictured here.
And that's how you make Utah funeral potatoes. Now I'm going to guess that you have something very similar where you live, and go ahead and put it in the comments below what kind of potato dishes you guys like to make, and give everybody else some ideas as well. And as always, don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up with all our videos.